Husker Online just released their ranking for the top 40 Nebraska Cornhuskers going into 2025. And you guys have sent me this list time and time again with conflicting reports. A lot of people think it's very bad. Some people say it's really good or somewhere in between. Some players are very much disrespected. Some guys are too high. So in today's video, I'm going to react to all of this madness. Who are the top 40 players on Nebraska's roster? I'm going to give you my thoughts, my hot takes. This is going to be a fun video. Where's Dylan Raiola at? Where's Emmett Johnson at? Where's Dane Key? I'm fired up. Hit that like button if you are too. And also, if you're a diehard Nebraska fan and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for daily Husker content? It's a no-brainer. Join this family. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's just dive into it. Husker Online just released their top 40 players for Nebraska going into 2025. And I've heard a lot of conflicting reports. Some people say this list is not very good. There's a lot of hot takes on there. There's a lot of guys who are disrespected. So we'll see if that's the case. I literally have not looked at this list at all. So let's just get things started. We're going to go from worst to first. We're going to start off with number 40. We'll go all the way to number 1. Let's just go to the worst player on this list, 40th best player on Nebraska's roster, none other than Jalyn George. So honestly, right off the bat, I don't hate this. Jalyn George, somebody who, in my opinion, is very underrated. Transfer from the FCS ranks at East Tennessee State. He was pretty good there. He had a really good winter conditioning before he got banged up in spring ball. But this is somebody who's very much going to get a lot of snaps for Nebraska on the defensive line. He's not going to start, but he's going to get in the game a lot, probably as our 4th or 5th defensive lineman. So I actually don't hate that. I would probably put Jalyn George in my top 40. Let's just keep this rolling. So going on to 39, you got Donovan Jones there. I probably would not put Donovan Jones in my top 40 just because I think there's a lot better players in the secondary. And I like Donovan Jones. I think he's going to get on the field a lot. But I would probably, again, put a Sierra Wright, a Larry Tarver, an Amari Sanders, a Mario Buford, a Sean Singleton, Marcus Buford, Malcolm Hartsock, probably all those guys and a couple of others ahead of Donovan Jones. So, again, don't hate that. He probably could sneak into the top 40, but that's where they put him there. So, again, interesting that Donovan Jones makes the list. You got Kevin Gallick at 38. Honestly, probably would put him a little bit higher just because, we know long snapping is a very crucial position. We lost a lot of games the last couple of years because we didn't have a competent long snapper. So I'd probably put him, 25, 24. So as long as he's ranked, I'm cool with that. So that's where they put him. Teddy Prohaska at 37. I don't hate that at all. I think Teddy Prohaska's solid. I would say right now, if Teddy Prohaska's healthy, he's the 3rd best offensive lineman on this team pretty easily. But the problem with Teddy Prohaska is he's never healthy. Honestly, I think Teddy Prohaska probably has the ability to be a top 20 player on this roster, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just whether or not he can stay healthy. So honestly, that might be a little bit disrespectful. We'll see. Then you got Isaiah Mozee at 36. Okay, that's probably a little high. That's probably a little high for Isaiah Mozee because I'm going to guarantee you they did not put Demitrius Bell on this list. They probably didn't put Janiran on this list. Now, Isaiah Mozee is going to be good. You're going to see him a lot, a running back at wide receiver, kind of a Wandale type role, but we'll see. Is he better than some of these other players? I don't know if he's better than Jalyn George. I don't know if he's better than Donovan Jones already. I think he's going to be good. I don't know if he's going to be that good. So, man, they're drinking the Kool-Aid on Isaiah Mozee. I like it. I like it a lot. Hope he's as good as they anticipated. So let's go to 37 or 35 now. You got Amari Sanders. I think that's too low. I think that's too low for Amari Sanders, honestly, man. Like, he's going to press a lot of people. Sean Callahan did not rank Amari Sanders. What are we doing here? I'm buying the Amari Sanders stock, dude. He's going to start at corner alongside Sierra Wright, most likely. A guy who's a game changer, 6'3", coming out of Miami, loves to tackle, very physical. Buy your Amari Sanders stock. I think he's a top 20 player on this roster pretty easily. You got Quinn Ives at 34. Okay. What are we doing here? Listen, you guys already know how I feel about Quinn Ives. Again, I like him, but I don't think he's going to break out. I like him personally. I like him as a man-to-man, but 34th best player on our roster. Nobody thinks Quinn Ives is better than Amari Sanders, Donovan Jones, Kevin Gallick. What are we doing here? Quinn Ives is fine, but there's a real possibility where he's not even our running back 2 going into the year. It could be a guy like Jamarion Parker. It could be Mekhi Nelson. I would not put Quinn Ives in the top 50, honestly. Just because look at the stats throughout his career. Last year, he had 6 carries for 7 yards and 1 touchdown. What are we doing? That's not worthy of being the 34th best player on our roster. I know Matt Rhule's been hyping him up. Don't get me wrong. That's great, but we haven't seen it yet. 34th best player on our roster is pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Kyle Kinnan at 33, I think, no, come on. I don't think he's going to start. So why would you put him at 33? I think it's going to be John Hull still, even though Kyle Kinnan, he's decent, but I think it's still going to be John Hull's spot at kicker. Get Luke Lindenmeyer at 32. That's fine. That's probably where I put him too. I think he's going to be our starting tight end. Archie Wilson at 31. That's kind of surprising. I mean, he's never played a snap of college football, and he might be good. We don't know. We've never seen him in action. So that's just betting a lot on the unknown there. I mean, if he's good, that could be a game changer for Nebraska to flip the field, but I don't know if I'm betting on him being, one of the better punters in America right off the very rip. So that definitely is a little bit of a hot take. I don't even know if I put him in my top 40 just because we've never seen him play. Never seen him play. All right, going on to 30. Okay, they did put Janiran Bonner on here, which I'm fine. At least you put him ahead of Isaiah Mozee, but I guarantee you they didn't put Demitrius Bell on this list. So that's why I don't really love that Isaiah Mozee was that high, just because I think Demitrius Bell is going to be better. And I guarantee you they didn't give Demitrius Bell that much respect. But Janiran Bonner, that's probably about where I put him to. I think he's solid. I don't know if he's going to have that year again. You guys could see my statistics prediction for him in my wide receiver deep dive. But Janiran Bonner, 30th, that's cool. Oh, wow. That's bad. That's really bad. Turner Corcoran. Are we talking about the same Turner Corcoran? Did they mix up Turner and Teddy? Turner Corcoran, what are we doing, guys? So what Husker Line's telling me right now is they think when both Turner and Teddy are on the field that Turner's the better player. That's never been the case. And Turner gets injured just as much as Teddy. So I don't know what we're doing here with that. Turner's not going to start. Teddy is. Teddy's going to be our right tackle more likely than not. Turner's our 7th best offensive lineman on the roster. I don't know. That's shocking to me. There was one year where Turner Corcoran gave up like 40 pressures in 1 year. I want to say it was 2023. Oh, wow. That's bad. That's real bad. Carter Nelson at 28. I wouldn't put Carter Nelson above Luke Lindenmeyer. Wouldn't do that. Would not do that at all, because Luke Lindenmeyer is going to be our starter. And we don't even know if Carter Nelson is going to start. We don't even know if Carter Nelson is going to play this year with his injury. So that's questionable. 27, Raiola Papal. That's a good spot for him. We're cool with that. Cortez. Oh. Okay. What are we doing here? This is getting really questionable. This is why people are sending me this list. Cortez Mills at 26. You put him above Isaiah Mozee, knowing well that Isaiah Mozee outperformed him all of spring ball. Again, Cortez Mills is going to be a great player, but the 26th best player on our team as a true freshman? Wow. I mean, that's better than Janiran Bonner. You think Cortez Mills as it stands is better than Riley Van Poppel was going to start on the defensive line? Like, I just can't buy that. You think right now as it stands that Cortez Mills is better than Carter Nelson? I just don't buy that. So, wow, that I don't agree with that at all. I don't think I put Cortez Mills in my top 40, honestly. And honestly, I might make a top 40 at this point in time. I know I'm probably going to release that video because this list is very questionable to start off. All right, let's go 25, Gunner. I like it. I like Gunner Gatula, so I'm cool with that. I put Teddy above him because I think Teddy's going to win that right tackle battle from everything we heard in spring ball, but I like that ranking for him. Elijah Judy, 24. That's fine. Perfectly okay with that. Ooh, Abby put him high at 16. I don't know if I put Elijah that high, but I'm cool with it. You got Williams Nerd, 23. That's fine. If he lives up to expectations, I'd probably put him a little bit lower, but that's cool. That's cool. Hartsager 22, yeah. I mean, you got to put him in the top 25. This is going to start, even though there are a lot of questions there. Don't get me wrong. There are questions, but you got to put him in there. And then Buddha Wright, okay, cool with that. So no problems there. No problems there. Let's get inside this top 20. Buford at 20, I think he should be a little bit higher. I think Buford's going to have a very good year. He's going to break out in a big way. Lateef at 19. I mean, really? I mean, he's cool. Henry Lateef is fine, but is he better than Gunner Gatula? I mean, Gunner was balling out last year. Henry gave up pressure after pressure at that guard spot, and he got banged up at the end of the year. So I don't hate it. I mean, I don't hate it, but I definitely don't love it. Wilson Mekhi at 18. Thank you for giving Willis some respect. Thank you. That's a good take right there. That's a good take. That is a very, very good take. Shout out to Sean and Sipple. Shout out to both of you guys, man. Shout out to Steve. I love you guys. Willis Mekhi, he gave him some respect. He's going to have a very good year. That's a very good take there. Haarberg at 17. That's awful. How did they put Haarberg above Luke Lindenmeyer and Carter Nelson, who are both going to be ahead of him on the depth chart? How did that happen? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Again, Haarberg's fine, but you're telling me you think Haarberg's going to start at tight end then? I mean, this could be a bad take by me. I do not think that's going to happen in any world. If Haarberg's the 17th best player on our roster, that's probably a problem with his first year being at tight end. That's not something we want. Ander Marshall at 16. Okay, that's cool. I would probably swap him and Amari Sanders. I think both are a top 20 player on this roster, but I'm cool with Ander Marshall being around there. Definitely fine with that. All right, let's get into 11 to 15. We got Cam Lenhard at 15. I like it. I think a good ranking for him, right around that top 10 marker. I think he's going to have a big year. You got Keona Davis at 14. That's fine, right in that same order. You got Justin Evans there at 13. That's perfectly fine. He had a really, really good spring ball. You got Nyziah Hunter at 12. That's high for Nyziah. Again, I like Nyziah a lot. I will say I'm a little bit surprised. I think that's pretty high for him. I think that's pretty high for Nyziah just because there are some unprovens. He didn't have the best spring ball in the world. Okay. You got Rocco Spindler at 11. Oh, okay. Okay, there's a big problem there. So you're telling me that you think Elijah Pritchett's going to be better than Rocco Spindler? Ooh. All right. Well, let's just see where Elijah's at. We'll see where Pritchett's at. All right. Let's go 6 to 10. Here we got Marquez Watson Trent at 10. I would put him higher. I think he's a top 5 player on this roster with the stats last year. I mean, I think he's top 5 pretty easily. Elijah Pritchett at 9. In my opinion, I wouldn't put him top 20. You guys already know. I mean, Elijah Pritchett's fine. He has the high potential, but last year he was just so abysmal for Alabama. If he's a top 10 player on a roster, we're not going to be very good. With how bad he was last year, and I get it, people get enamored by his potential, and it's great, it's through the roof, and he looks the part, but he's not the best offensive lineman on this team. Rocco Spindler outperformed him all of last year. It wasn't even close, and Rocco Spindler was a starter on the national championship worthy team in Notre Dame. Elijah Pritchett started at Alabama, and they didn't even make the playoff. So what are we doing here? Whatever. Vintage Shavers at 8. Love it. I'm cool with that. Jacory at 7. I'd put Jacory higher. I would put Jacory arguably as our number 1. I would put Jacory at number 1 potentially. And Steve, so look at Steve. Steve put him at 3. Steve Stipple already knows how it is. I put Jacory number 3. And you got Sierra at number 6. I think that's cool. I think that is good. All right, I missed the top 5. Let me find this. Oh, here it is. All right, top 5. Let's get to it. Dasan McCullough at 5. I like it for him. I'd probably put him like around that 10 range just because there's a lot of unprovens there with Dasan McCullough. I think I put a guy like Marcus Watson Trent above him. Again, I probably swap those two. I put Dasan at 10 and I put Marcus Watson Trent 5, but I'm cool with that. It's just a production thing, really. It's a production thing more than anything else. Deshaun Singleton, I like that at 4. I think he's potentially, I think right now I give you my top 3. I think my top 3 would be Deshaun Singleton. And this is not in any order, by the way. This would be Deshaun Singleton, Jacory Barney, and then probably Dylan Raiola at 3. I'd probably go that. So I don't hate that, but I would probably put him a little bit higher. Emmett Johnson at 3, I think that's kind of nuts. I think Emmett Johnson's a top 10 player on this team, but I mean the stats last year I don't think are worthy of being a top 3 player. I think he's going to break out in a big way. I think he's going to have a very good year, but if you're telling me he's the top 3 player on this roster, you're telling me he could be a 1,000-yard rusher. I just don't know if that's going to be the case in this Dane Holgorsen offense. So I'd probably go Jacory. I'd probably go Dylan 3, Deshaun number 2, and I'd go Dylan 1. I know Dylan's going to be in this top 2, whatever. I'm interested to see who's number 2. Dane Key, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. That's high. I think I'd go Jacory even above Dane Key. I told you guys I think Jacory's the best receiver on this roster. So Dane Key, he's definitely top 5, no question about it. And then number 1, Dylan, no question about it, is everybody put him 1. Now, honestly, if you want me to be honest with you, I don't think Dylan's the best player on this roster. I just don't. I mean, if you go back to last year and you watch the film and you kind of see, he wasn't even a top 10 quarterback in the Big Ten. How could he be the best player on this team? So I don't think he's the best player on this roster as it stands. He could be by the end of the year. He definitely has the highest potential, but I will say this: you kind of got to put him 1, or else you're going to take some backlash. So I would probably say Dylan 3, Deshaun Singleton 2, Jacory Barney 1. You guys already know I feel about Jacory Barney and Deshaun, so that's how I rank it. Not the worst rank in the world, but man, that Turner Corcoran one was bad. Turner Corcoran, what was it, 29? Oh my gosh, that was bad. Teddy Prohaska lower than him was bad. I think they were disrespecting Amari Sanders. I think Amari Sanders should have been a lot higher. I think Marcus Watson Trent probably should have been in that top 5. Buford probably should have been a little higher. Other than that, it wasn't the worst in the world. It really wasn't that terrible. And also Haarberg. Haarberg at 17. Elijah Pritchett at, 9? Okay, never mind. It kind of was questionable. Quinten Ives. Why did they rank Quinten Ives? There is no world where Quinten Ives is a better player than Demitrius Bell, who wasn't ranked. There just isn't, in my opinion. Or even a Mario Buford, who I think is going to be really good for Nebraska this year and potentially start. Anyways, this has inspired me to make my top 40 video. I might do it at some point in time. So, all right, guys, I want to hear your thoughts down below. What's your top 40? Let me know in the comment section. Hey, if you made this far in the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe as always, folks. Go Metro, and I'll see you in the next one.